Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Exiled Opinions, or if you're watching on Mad Dodge Productions, welcome to Mad Dodge Productions. Thank you for joining us this evening. Shandor, how you doing?
A squirrel raped me.
That sounds somehow terrifying. That's not a mental image I need. That's not how I want to start off my night.
It was
But
big.
good to know.
It was big. It was a big
Well,
squirrel in a big rubber costume named Farty.
at least its name wasn't Jeffrey.
No. Ouch. Epstein, table for
Could be,
one.
or it could be a squirrel named Armageddon.
Could be. Herpicus wants to know what the madness is for tonight. I think we said something about it last week, but on Saturday, but I fucking forgot what it was. Goatman, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. I forgot what we were going to talk about. I completely fucking forgot.
Well, I know we were going to rail on Disney a little bit and just the terrible, terrible state of fucking pop culture. I'm pretty sure there's a few other things we could drum up. A little bit of entertainment for the chat this evening.
Let's start from a position that I know I'm gonna get hell for. I know I'm gonna get hell for this because everyone's like, "Oh, how could you?" I am fucking tired of geek shit. Tired of it. I'm tired of every fucking piece of it. I've gotten to the point where I'm gonna stop buying T-shirts with my favorite shit on it because I am so fucking tired of this shit. I'm tired of being a billboard. I'm tired of paying to be a billboard. I'm tired of going out and rushing out and finding the newest fucking Transformer because every fucking dickhead on the planet who is even remotely exposed to it has to fucking fake geek cred to fucking snatch him up and sell him on fucking eBay for 5 times what they're actually going for in fucking Target. I'm tired of the comic book industry just churning out beautifully colored toilet paper, if you even want to go that far with this shit. I'm tired with movies being poorly written, overly political pieces of fucking propaganda.
So that's where you should get into the baby formula fucking game. You know, buy and sell baby formula to Chinese people. You can make the shit tons of money. Not many people are doing it at the moment. You're not going to get flooded with all the stuff, and you probably might find it might be a little bit enjoyable too.
Selling
Sadly,
baby
that's
formula.
actually not a bad idea.
Selling
to the Chinese.
Baby formula. How the fuck does that even work?
Well, basically what happened about 5 or 6 years ago is that they had this baby formula scare in China. They found shit like mercury and barium and all sorts of stuff in their baby formula. So they don't trust Chinese baby formula anymore. They're paying through the nose for internationally, even like to the stage that there's shortages in Australia. They're rationing it to like 2 or 3 tins per person. There's actual businesses that are starting up where they're going out to all they're doing all day is just going to chemist hopping, buying up fucking baby formula and then sending it to bulk off to fucking China. A month ago, we had 3 Chinese warships rock up to Sydney Harbour, basically unannounced, and all they were doing here was coming here to buy baby formula for their families back in China. And it's like $15. It's $15 a tin here. And it's something like a 1,500% markup over in China.
Holy fuck.
So you're selling a $15 tin of fucking baby formula for a couple of $100.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'd like to announce the dissolution of Exiled Opinions.
So get in on it before all the slapheads over there go and fucking buy it all out on yous.
Christ.
Shit, what are they paying for diapers?
I think the nappies are all right.
Doku.
Capitalism at its finest.
You fucking disgusting sow, you Doku. Herpicus asks, have you guys heard about the Toontown tussle? Yeah, I saw that earlier. It's like at a Disney park. Someone had started a fight in fucking Toontown.
I'm not surprised. I'm really not.
A couple of idiots just fucking duking it out in the happiest place on earth. Happiest place, my fucking festering asshole. Goatman goes cha-ching. He likes the idea of selling baby formula to the Chinese.
Like I said, money's money.
Yeah, it is. And
It's
then
perfect.
It's a willing
Legal.
exchange. It's a willing
It's-
fucking
yeah, it's-
exchange.
It's perfectly fucking legal too.
yeah. Alright, I gotta bump your volume up here, Farty. Sound check, Farty?
Hmm?
There you go. Herpicus says it's comedy gold, man. I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. He's talking about the Toontown Tussle. Yeah, that was some shit.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but it's gonna go on my list.
It's not even
along
like...
with
I don't even think it's that entertaining. It's just like, okay, some dude hit another dude, and then a fight breaks out. I'm like, the only thing that gives it any, like, entertainment value for some people is the fact that it happened in a fucking Disney theme park.
I still say the most entertaining fucking public fight that was recorded and put up on the internet in an inappropriate place was in the middle of a Walmart, and two fat single mothers were having a fucking fight, and they were initially started on their little scooter thingies, and then one of them fell off, and then the other one got up, and then next thing you know, one of the bitch's kids comes up with a bottle of shampoo and starts smacking the other bitch over the head. And there's like bystanders just standing there going, "No, kid, don't do that, don't do that." And the mother's like, "Yeah, you smashed that bitch."
My God.
well, it's Walmart. What do you expect?
I was at work today, and a couple of the ladies were talking about, oh, what is your boyfriend getting you for your birthday? And then the other one's like, oh, I'm getting lopped. What does that mean? Oh, she's gonna get birthday sex. And they were acting like it's a joke. What the fuck is the humor in it? Like,
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
What's the humor in it? Let's see. Herbica says it happened in Disneyland with more N-bombs thrown than an Xbox 360 chat. Yeah, I saw it. I personally didn't find it funny.
Yeah, just on what you were just saying there's a rich cunt and a poor cunt, and they were talking, and it's Valentine's Day, and you know the poor cunt says to the rich cunt, "Here, so what are you going to get your wife for Valentine's Day?" And he says, "Well, I'm going to go and get her a Maserati sports car, and then a diamond necklace and a blank check, and if she doesn't like any of that, she can use the blank check to go and get something that she likes. What are you going to get your missus?" And the poor guy just sits and thinks for a second. He goes, "Oh yeah, I think I'll just go to the adult store and get her a dildo, and if she doesn't like it, she can go fuck herself."
Blomp, blomp.
Wow, wow.
Sorry, Farty. That
You
was
cunts need to get a sense of humour.
that was not one of your best ones.
I think that's the Australian equivalent of a dirty dad joke.
Yeah, that's a dad joke around here, Farty. That's like that's a dad joke.
Hey, did you hear that? I saw someone on Twitter saying dad jokes are racist, sexist, and misogynist, and then was laughing at all the upset people in their Twitter chats like, y'all need to get some better material, you losers. You're the one making fun of dad jokes. You should get some better material, you fucking cunt.
Yeah. So I have something I kind of wanted to bring up. And hey, Harvester of Sorrow, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. I had something that I wanted to bring up. Who here believes friend zoning to be the ultimate insult between a man and a woman?
Yep. Especially right when you consider that fucking the majority of the Sheilas that chuck you in the friend zone make you sit there and watch her go out with every fuckwit, dickhead, cunt face, and arsehole, abusive fuckwit under the bloody sun, and you know you can't say anything because, well, you're getting in the way of her happiness, and that means you'll be out the fucking door. Yeah, no. And so you're just sitting there going, well, you know what? I'm starting to lose interest in you because you're clearly a fucking idiot. You're clearly choosing wrong. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna make a statement on this one. I don't believe so.
Okay, I want to hear this. I want to hear why he doesn't believe it's an insult. Go ahead, Doku. You have the floor. Doku.
well, just before like he starts, it's basically a case of if you're in the friend zone and she goes off with assholes and abusive people, she'd prefer that over you, and that's what she really thinks of you.
Well, I also see it as this. Like, even if she's not going off with abusive assholes, the way I see it is she's patronizing you by saying, I'm just not interested, by, like, trying to spare your feelings. And even if that's the case, that's still a bigger insult than just fucking coming out and saying, I'm not interested.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be a
bitches, just
fucking
please
exiled
understand, if some cunt really wants you, and you don't want to fuck the friendship, just fuck him and ruin the bloody friendship, because at least then it'd be over.
Yeah. Alright, Doku, why is it not an insult?
Yeah, it wouldn't be a fucking Exiled Opinion streams if fucking Discord didn't crash 5 minutes in.
Yeah,
But
I
no.
was, okay, look, before you go, Doku, I was struggling whether or not to throw, like, Doku was right there with me. I'm like, maybe we should do this on Hangouts, but then we wouldn't have any music. And then, no, we'll just do it on Discord. So that's all on me. The fact that Discord is spazzing out is my fault. Couple of chats real quick, Doku, sorry, and then I'll let you make your point. You good with that?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, go for it, man.
So, Herpicus says it hurts more than being cheated on. He's been in both situations. Goatman says, I'd rather be kicked in the nuts. Yeah, I think I would too. Alright, Doku, why is it not an insult?
See, here's my thing. If you're going to be sexually interested in a chick and she's friend zoning you, come on, man. You know she's fucking friend zoning you. There's no reason to hang out. I have yet to meet a girl who friend zones anybody who is that entertaining or that worth sticking around for to the point where you put up with being stuck in the friend zone. Like, no, fuck that. Like, I got other shit to do with my... Fuck you.
Yeah. I also see it as this, like, if you're friend zone, that means essentially you're the last pick. You're the last guy she would ever go with, right?
Well, and see, that's my point. If you're friend zoned, either A, you're extremely desperate, or B, dude, you need to go find a better chick. Because if she's just a friend and that's it, you shouldn't even be worried about being friend zoned because you wouldn't have sexual interest in her to begin with. And dude, I'm sorry, for me it would be weird if I've been like high school sweethearts with somebody for like 10 years, that'd be one thing. But dude, if I've been friends with her for 10 fucking years, it would be weird fucking her. Nah, screw that. I'm gonna go get some Strange or something, or I'm gonna find a girl that I want to put a ring on. Okay. Having a friend that I want to go have drinks with at the bar, that's one thing. But no, the friend zone shit, like, nah, dude. Fuck that.
Well, so then you do agree that it's an insult.
Hmm.
No, I agree that it's.
fucking
I agree
liar.
that you're. No, I agree that it's just you're. No, I agree that you're barking up the wrong tree, and you shouldn't even be wasting your fucking time. But
Well,
I don't.
obviously-
I don't think it's a fucking
No,
insult.
hang on. No, okay, the point is, though, like, initially, right, you think, all right, I might be in there, fucking, you're having your go and all this, and then the instant you figure out, hang on, I'm in the friend zone, you're like, well, this has obviously happened a fair while back, and no cunt's fucking told me, I've only just figured this out, and that's the way this cunt fucking thinks of me. She's already done it, It's sort of like, okay, that's her attitude. Fuck the bitch, I'm going off my own, doing my own thing. But she's already done that. She's already passed that judgment, She's already said, nah, you're so shit, I'd rather jump in the car with Ted Bundy to fucking get away from you. You're so shit, I'd rather fuck Farty von Bumstink over you.
I just call that a lack of self-awareness.
But no, it's just the like, and especially when it's not a really fucking mad sort too, and it's sort of like, yeah, you're not even that fucking good. You're not even that fucking much worth it, sweetheart. Fucking Christ. And you want to fucking do, you've got the worst fucking standards, not me, sweetheart.
But yeah, basically what she's saying is when you friend zone someone, basically what she's saying is you're the last guy she would ever go out with, and you're the last pick. And being an orbiter, like just orbiting, waiting for the chance, like, oh yes, I finally get my chance. No, that you shouldn't be looking at it that way. You should be looking at it. Oh shit, she's been playing me and using me and dragging me along this entire fucking time.
Well, and you said orbiter. Like I said, I call that a lack of self-awareness. Like, dude, if I'm trying to get with a girl and I'm interested in her, it's gonna be one of two things. Either we're going to get together, or we're not. But I'm not gonna sit there and fucking orbit around a chick and try to wait for my fucking opportunity.
Well, I don't
because
think any
I'm
of
like,
us with any fucking brain cells is going to. All I'm saying is that it is an insult. It is like slapping someone in the
Yeah.
face with a trout dick.
It's effectively saying that you're lower than the filth that's on the bottom of her fucking shoe. She'd rather go and root some half-dead fucking heroin junkies, syphilitic, hepatitis, AIDS-ridden fucking bloody necrotitis and fasciitis, fucking half fallen off cock than fucking come anywhere near you.
Harvester.
She'd rather stick that in her mouth than fucking kiss you.
Harvester's calling you a
that's what
simp,
she's
Doku.
saying.
yeah, I can understand, and no, fuck that, dude. You think I'm gonna have any sympathy for some fucking slut? No, fuck off. But
Harvester.
no, I mean, I can understand where you guys are coming from. But what I'm saying is, dude, if that's where you're going with, like, no, stop wasting your fucking time. Like, there's plenty of fucking girls out there that are way more fucking worthy of actually time and effort than some chick who's just gonna friend zone you. Don't spend your time trying to fucking get with some bitch who doesn't give two shits about you.
Yeah.
And you know what? And
I
correct
don't
me-
think.
well,
I don't think you're really getting.
Party.
I don't think you're really getting the point, though, man. It's not the factor of whether you're sticking around and hovering and shit. It's a factor
Yeah.
of whether the actual act itself is an insult or not. The actual act of her basically saying that you're filth and you're scum. It's the actual point. The actual thing. What you do after that's irrelevant. It's this actual thing. If she turns around and said to you like right off the bat, it's like, look, dude, don't even bother. I'm not interested. That'd be better than fucking letting you hang around and finding out later on and being the last to fucking know. It's the actual act of you finding out that you're the lowest piece of fucking filth as far as she's concerned. It's that actual point. Whatever you do afterwards, doesn't matter.
Okay, see, maybe this is a point I can't relate to because I've never suffered the friend zone and I've never suffered orbiting around some bitch that is not worth my time.
Well,
But
orbiting is only a symptom.
I can see the point.
Orbiting is only a symptom for the idiots who believe that orbiting is going to net them what they want. A couple chats.
Well, you've at least got to also try first. I mean, it's not like, what do you guys do? Just walk up to a Sheila and if she sticks her nose up, you got to at least try and have a go at trying to get a root out of the bitch.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's... So there is some interaction. You're going to have to hang around this bitch for at least more than 5 minutes unless you're paying for her.
Yeah. At this point, paying for it would be preferable to those who get friend zoned. So, my advice: if you get friend zoned, just go fucking pay some hooker. Harvester of Sorrow is calling Doku out. He says, "Doku, you're a simp, bro."
You already talked on that one.
I did, but everyone was talking, so I'm not sure if that got out or not. He's calling you out though.
No, you thought it was so good of that to be said again.
Yeah.
You're a nice person.
Goatman said I dated this bitch once. About 4 or 5 dates, she told me we should just be friends. Told her I have enough friends, and I walked away. Good on you, man. Good on you. Herpicus says
That's how you do it. Goatman knows.
Yeah.
Goatman knows how this works.
Right, but the
Yeah, I know, but
actually
he still
being
had to hang around for 5 minutes before he found that information out now, didn't
right,
he?
right. Herpicus says never commit, never cohabitate, never marry. I don't know if I don't know if I agree. I'll have to get back to you on that one.
There's no point in marrying anymore nowadays because statistics basically state that just about everybody who gets married nowadays only lasts 2 to 5 years. The prevalence of divorce is just gonna, and if you do get married, she's just gonna screw you over anyway. Best not to do it. Best just to have a civil relationship, and if you hate each other's guts, you can just go, right, you fuck off that way, I'll fuck off this way. See you later.
Yeah.
Okay,
you
no.
have a point there.
Here's a quick question. Here's a quick question for you. I never fucked with the friend zone thing because I don't know. It's not my thing. I'm too busy investing and actually trying to fucking work and make money to fucking try to chase fucking tail that isn't fucking worth it because most of them are fucking sluts anyways.
And
But-
you already have Chem.
Well, yes, there is that as well. But no, a lot of these girls that do the whole friend zone thing, I've known a lot of dudes have complained about this, and every single fucking one of them that I know, the second they do make the, you know what, fuck it, you're not worth my time move, all of a sudden now the girls are interested.
Nope, not for me, they're not.
Goatman says he's been married since 2005. Holy shit. He's in it for
my
the long haul.
commiserations to you, mate.
Right. Herpicus says 50% of your shit is a lot of stuff, Shandor. I'm not taking that big of a risk on a single piece of ass. No, I mean you're right to
Mhm.
see that as a huge risk. But you could also look at it
Yeah,
this
and
way:
it's-
if you walk into the relationship, which is rare. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, but it does happen. If you walk into the relationship and you're the one without anything coming in, and she's the one with everything coming in, think of it this way: you're taking 50% of her shit if you hate her guts.
And this is just a quick little check and test to see if she's really into you. As soon as the subject of marriage comes up, you just utter the word prenup. Now, there's one valid reaction. Instantly she goes, yep, no worries. If she even so much as fucking hesitates for a fucking second, now she's after half your shit, she can fuck off. Because if she really does love you, it should be, yep, no, your shit's your shit, I don't want your shit, straight away.
That's a fair point. I'm not going to disagree on that one.
But yeah, this whole friend zone bullshit is just it's dumb. Just be honest with the dude. If there are any ladies, which I doubt, because let's face it, 99.9% of our audience is male, and that 0.1% is probably like a frog. A
gay frog.
A gay frog. Fucking party. But here's my advice to any women in the audience. They're listening on playback. They're doing whatever. They're whatever. Here is my advice to you. If a dude asks you out, just tell him you're not interested. Don't be coy. Don't, this, that, the other thing. Just tell him flat out, I'm not interested. Okay? That's all you gotta fucking do. Because then if you tell him you're not interested, he's not gonna hang around. And that's something you're gonna have to fucking live with. But he's not.
Then you also don't run the risk of the fucking the bread sniper, the bread stalker. Sorry, like you let the cunt fucking chase you for a good long while, and he thinks he might have his end away there, and then you finally turn around after fucking 2 years and say, no, it's nothing, nothing's happening. Oh. 3 years down the track, why is this cunt fucking stalking me? Why am I in court for the 16th time for another fucking AVO? Yeah, don't let that shit breed.
That's the thing. That's the thing about a lot of these girls that play this fucking friend zone bullshit. If you had any fucking respect for this dude that you consider your quote-unquote friend, you would at least have enough respect to tell him, like, look, dude, I'm not romantically interested in you, but I still want to stay friends. If that's a deal breaker, then okay, it's a deal breaker. But a lot of these girls they want to play coy, they want to be talked up, they want their self-esteem boosted because they lack any fucking semblance of self-esteem, and they essentially want to around and be sluts without actually being sluts. That's the way a lot of these fucking girls act, and I blame the fucking internet for a lot of this. But
well, there is one thing you can do out here, which is they do a separate thing. They say, oh, you're like a brother to me, to which I usually say, yeah, and I prefer to live in Tasmania.
God damn it, Farty.
Animated Tasmania or actual Tasmania?
Actual Tasmania, because you can fuck your cousins when that happens. Well, she wants to be my brother. Okay, fine. You want to pretend that game? All right, let's go to Tasmania.
Okay. Harvester Sarah wants to know what everyone's drinking. I'm drinking water tonight. Gotta stay sober. Got shit to do tomorrow.
I've got a few beers to kick back, but only a few. I do have to do shit tomorrow myself.
Farty's drinking what Australians call water, but we call beer.
Actually, I'm on caffeine!
Oh, shit.
Like me six cup of coffee today.
Holy fuck. Herbie says blame second wave feminism. It created both the divorce epidemic and the promiscuity culture. I don't think that's entirely true.
Well, I want to expand on that just a little bit, Herpes. I don't disagree with you, but I will say the greatest disservice that second and third wave feminism has actually done to females is while they sit there and say, I want society to respect me, respect my women's, all of this, but yet they turn around and also degrade themselves to nothing more than sexual objects while complaining about the patriarchy. I will say this. more specifically third wave feminism, but to some degree second wave feminism, is the reason that a lot of these young women have such low self-esteem and are constantly seeking societal acceptance for essentially their own lack of, well, being anything besides an internet thought. Changed my mind. Yeah.
No, I don't want to.
I don't think I'm wrong on this one. I do not think feminism in its current form is good for the self-esteem of females. I have not
No, it
seen
absolutely isn't.
anything that
Harvester,
would
Harvester's
lead me
a
to have
little
that conclusion.
upset at me. He says, "Fuck you, I'm an Aussie." He's a little angry at me. I think I triggered Harvester of Sorrow. I get it. I get a dunk on the Aussies pass because we have an Aussie on our stream.
Well, you're just lucky that he can't use profanity because he's actually in church at the moment. He's observing the Australian religion. He's praying to Jim Beam, the Holy Spirit. Amen.
And Herpik is saying all waves of feminism were bad for both sexes. Women don't seem to realize that until they're older.
Yeah, they don't realize it until they're surrounded by an army of cats, and they haven't figured out how to train them to do their bidding to take over the world.
Well, there was an article posted. I believe it was
It was
either the Guardian or the BBC.
Before you get on the serious stuff, Doku, I am firmly convinced that the closest the feminists ever got to training cats to take over the world was have Anita Sarkeesian trained a small group of them to write her feminist frequency videos.
I'm not gonna disagree. But no, there was
a little bit of a burn? Just a little bit?
A little spicy, a little bit of a hot take.
Do we need tacos for the spicy?
We're gonna need a little bit more than tacos. But no, there was an article. I think it was either the BBC or the Guardian. It was like posted last year.
Meow.
Meow. But no, it was last year, and it was actually it was a study that was done, and it showed that a lot of second and third wave feminists, now that they're getting into like their 30s and 40s, they're not married, they don't have children, they don't have much of a social life, and they're all fucking depressed.
And they're all
it's like, well, that's what you
Goatman says
fucking
taco.
created for yourself.
And one thing that they're also finding out too is that they're mid to late 30s, which is generally around the time when women start losing the fucking plot. And it's also about the point where men start figuring this shit out and fucking running for the hills and either getting cougars or really young Sheilas. And they're the ones that are sitting around going, "Where are all the good men? We're running away from you, you fucking whore." We had enough of your shit.
It is a self-fulfilling prophecy, though, because I mean, like, if you spend the majority of your late teens, early 20s, late 20s, and early 30s just driving away men because, I don't know, the patriarchy and, strong independent women's and don't need no kid or whatever, like, this is kind of the grave you dug for yourself. Like, I'm sorry, we are, putting aside the appeal to emotion bullshit, we are social creatures that do operate in a pseudo-tribalistic social society. When you start neglecting that, scientific and biological fact, and then all of a sudden, guess what? You're getting close to menopause. You're not going to be able to have children sometime soon.
At all.
This does take this does kind of take an emotional and mental toll on women, and it's unfortunate, but I can't really say I have any sympathy for it either.
So,
again,
Herpicus,
it's the grave you dug for yourself.
Herpicus says, I don't think that women realize that equality meant being just as miserable as men in regards to work and family life balance.
Mm-hmm. That's the same as gay marriage. It's they can get married, they could be just as fucking miserable as the heteros.
Yeah, let them. Kem says we both dug a grave. Women are just more emotional. No, they are. Women are entirely ruled by their emotions. I would say men are entirely ruled by logic, but let's face it, men are entirely ruled by our dicks.
Mm-hmm.
That there's no way around it. we
Yeah.
just need to fuck. We need to fuck.
Yeah.
And we have
if it's not about flaunting wealth, then it's about trying to get laid by flaunting wealth.
and it's not even
That's
like
actually It's actually a very common term, a surprisingly common term that I've uttered over the years, which is, "Oi, stop thinking with your dick."
But that's the thing, is that we are programmed to, because so many of our bodily functions rely on thinking with our dick, thinking about, just using our, just having sex, right? Just fucking in general. Think about it, because we have, hey, National Yorkshireman, how's it going?
What's up, York?
Because you think about it, and this is completely biologically unfair, but that's the way life is, right? Men have to have intercourse. We have to, because during the process of intercourse, it releases endorphins. It really it helps with our blood pressure. It does it works our prostate. It does all these things, and all of these things lead to a lower risk of fucking cancer. So men who aren't fucking as much as men who are fucking, like on a daily basis or on a semi-daily basis, are at a higher risk for certain types of cancer, like prostate cancer, colon cancer, all of this shit. Whereas women who fuck as much as the men who fuck aren't in any more or less risk of any specific cancers, to my knowledge. I could be completely wrong on that, and if I am, link me. I want to read it.
Oh, you see, this is where society kind of jades me a little bit, because I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Because like every slag that fucking turns me down, I just sit there thinking, yeah, you're considered a nice, innocent, sweet, innocent person, but you've just condemned a fucking firefighter to cancer, you cunt.
Damn it, party. But no, that is a valid point. Like, men are biologically hardwired for procreation the same way that women are biologically hardwired for nurture. Like, that is in our genes. It is a biological difference between men and women. Facts don't care about your feelings. There have been multiple studies that have been done on this. It's one of the key biological differences between men and women. The same way that a lot of these feminists and SJWs like to point and laugh at incels, I can point and laugh at the second and third wave feminists who get, hardcore fucking depression because, they're lonely, crazy cat ladies, or even the people within the LGBT plus community with exceptionally higher levels of depression and suicide rates based on statistical averages. I'm sorry if you don't like it, but this is just the reality.
Here's a question that was posed by Harvester of Sorrow. He wants to know if this is a MGTOW stream. No, I don't think so.
No, we're not MGTOWs. We're just pointing out statistical biological facts. And it's sad for both men and women, unfortunately. But this is what happens when you put an ideology above your own personal well-being.
Yeah, Herpicus says men generally stop thinking with their dick around their mid-30s, which happens to coincide with his peak earning years and the peak of his value as a mate. Also, too, it's about the time, like I said, when women start losing their shit, so it doesn't make it very hard for us to go and do that either.
Yeah.
Well, remember back when...
Hang on. National Yorkshireman said that childbirth can increase and decrease the chances of different types of cancer. Childbirth, yes, but I was speaking strictly to just having sex, because I know childbirth can or bearing a child actually, like becoming pregnant does increase the odds that the ovaries or what the fuck's it called, the uterus get some sort of what the fuck is it called, tumor. Manta Ray wants to know if Pete's here. No, he's not. I extended an invitation for him to come on. I don't know if he got it. He hasn't responded to me, but he's not on tonight. We are looking at joining him on his stream, though, either Tuesday or Thursday.
Yeah, he mentioned sometime around that. He hasn't contacted me with anything definitive, but we should be on his stream sometime here in the near future.
Yeah. Goatman says breastfeeding can reduce the chance of breast cancer. Yeah, it can. That's definitely a fact.
Well, I think the biggest takeaway from all of this is that
Hey, Pete is in the chat. How's it going, man? Welcome. It's nice to see you here.
there
man.
he is.
Glad to see you made it. We're a little upset you couldn't join us tonight, but you gotta work. I know how that is. I just got off work. I rushed home, and I fucking I rushed to get online. I should be able to do it both days, if you want, Pete. I don't know what Doku's up to. I can't speak for him.
Yeah, Thursday or Tuesday should be fine as long as it's after 11 or 12 p.m. Eastern Standard
I'm gonna
Time.
give you exact right now, because I'm looking at my schedule right now. I just pulled it out of my pocket.
But doesn't it really not matter anyways, because you just attach your leash to the back of Doku's gimp suit?
So
Damn it, Marty.
I can definitely for sure do it Thursday. Tuesday is gonna be dependent on. Let's see, I gotta be to work at noon on on Wednesday. So let's see, the stream. You know what? I should be able to do it Tuesday and Thursday. So that being said, let's shift focus a little bit. Now that we've gone on the whole women tangent, let's shift to those in the community calling themselves gamers. You know where I'm going with this. Manta Ray Restream bot is just a bot. It's just there to send chats from one of the 3 channels to the other 2 channels. From people talking.
It just lets us communicate with the chat a little bit easier.
So, this girl, Belle Delphine, started selling her bathwater. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So she started selling her bathwater because people are
it's
idiots.
not just bathwater.
No,
not
it's
just
not
bathwater
just
anymore.
bathwater. It's not just bathwater, but this is how it started out. Started selling her fucking bathwater.
In Herpicus. Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Yeah, and some asshole drank it and got sick.
Oh, fucking duh. What an idiot.
There are also reports. I don't know if these are confirmed reports. I don't know if they're confirmed. I don't know if it's fact or not. But the reports do not hold me at gospel as saying this is actually what happened, because I don't know for a fact. I don't have all the information. But the reports are that people drinking this water are contracting herpes.
I don't have any fucking sympathy. Why would you drink somebody's used bath? Like, no, that
isn't where,
beyond dirty.
And it's not even where the story ends. There is a new chapter, as Doku so eloquently pointed out, that now she's selling her fucking piss. Do you want to know how much?
For $10,000.
$9,999. Only one jar for one lucky cutie fan is what she has posted on her fucking website.
Not really surprised, considering that a friend of mine down in Sydney, she was looking to earn an extra buck and didn't like spreading her legs down in Canberra anymore. Just won't mention her name. So she asked me for an idea, and I said yes. Creepy Japanese blokes buy used undies, and upon looking it up, they're paying up to a couple of $1,000 for a good set of used knickers. No kidding. And the conversation even went to, yes, and if you dribble or get a skiddy in them, you get more.
Yeah. So here's a couple of chats. Yorkshireman says, well, she's capitalizing on thirsty, creepy neckbeards. Yeah, she is. Manta Ray says, that water might be good for black magic, so the pee thing is real. I saw that on Pool 2 Keck. Yorkshireman says, I don't think herpes can spread that way. I don't think
Yeah.
so either. I'm only putting out what the reports have been.
Yeah, so that was that big when you mentioned that,
Yeah,
because yeah,
I'm
it doesn't
doubtful
work that way.
myself. If I'm being honest, I'm doubtful myself. But that's just like, because the only way I could see that happening is if she's rubbing her box against the edge of every lid, right? Like the lip of every fucking bottle, and just like,
Or if she's getting clumps in there as well. If they're drinking clumps.
oh god, now I want to be sick. Because Goatman just posted that puking emoji. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Goatman. Thanks for bringing that up, Farty, you dick.
Well, just
Well,
to
I
just
kind
to
of
add,
with a medical background, I kind of know the full ins and outs of this, so you can just imagine what the horror can be. Think yourselves lucky I'm censoring it for you.
well, just to add some context to this, it's not like she's just
Oh, fucking
scooping up
Goatman.
bathwater. She's also, letting the water run down her back and crack and everything while wearing a bathing suit and using that bathwater. So while I might be skeptical, it's still not outside the realm of possibility.
Yeah, it's still possible, even if the chance is like below 0.01%. Goatman says he got herpes from licking toilet seats. Good for you. I'm glad you got herpes from licking toilet seats.
At least as long as you're not going and licking ice cream.
My God, I have a herpes outbreak on my tongue. I can't talk.
So you got herpes from licking toilet seats. When did you go out with Amy Schumer?
Oh. Let's be honest. Any dude desperate enough to buy bathwater is a fucking retard. All right.
For $30 at that.
For $30 for a fucking jar of bathwater, I'll sell you mine for $1. It'll just be the cost of the fucking jar. Fucking idiots.
The internet was a mistake.
No,
all of the
it definitely
information and
was.
knowledge you could possibly want at your fucking fingertips.
And we're
now
doing
we have
this shit
people
with
buying. Yeah, we have people buying water and licking ice cream tubs and spitting in fucking Arizona tea fucking carton. Like, god damn.
The ice cream tub one, I'm not entirely sure if there's been an epidemic of it, but the story that I read tried to sensationalize it as if it wasn't, and they revealed at the end that yes, she has the receipts and she paid for them.
Are you talking about the lady who was licking ice cream? No, that's still it's still a
and chugging the Listerine.
Right, that's still a federal offense because you are potentially could be spreading something. That's why people are being arrested and rounded up. It's not because they're no, it's because they could be spreading something. And if they're not spreading something, they're getting other people thinking that it's real, thinking that it's funny, and going and doing it.
Yeah, it's causing a public disturbance.
Right. But the real reason why people are why the one girl is facing up to 20 years is because it's still a federal level felony in the United States to willingly spread disease unless you live in California.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's generally a rule pretty much everywhere in the world. It's communicable diseases.
Right, and that's why things are happening the way they are. If you are an idiot going out and doing this stupid shit, you deserve every fucking thing you're getting.
Well, but the silly part about it is if the Sheila that I'm thinking of is the same Sheila that's getting the 20 or that's looking at getting the 20 years, if it is the same Sheila, well, she didn't in fact put it back. She actually purchased the goods. It's effectively like doing the exact same thing in her own home after she's purchased the goods. She didn't leave it there for anybody else to get any possible infections or anything like that. That
But
kind of
it's still,
shit
it still
should hang on. No,
creates
no,
a
no.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but that kind of shit should be sorted out either at the first initial meeting with the police or in the interview with the police afterwards. This is a non-event; it shouldn't go to court. But of course, they're going to blow it all out of proportions because they need an excuse to fucking sook about how much money the courts are wasting.
Like I said, it's giving the appearance of tampering with food is even a felony. It's even a felony in a lot of states. I don't know what the federal level felony is, but I know that there is a federal level felony for spreading communicable diseases. Goatman says, drink some bath water. Don't be surprised when an alien bursts from your chests. Goatman says, I'll sell my toilet water after a good diarrhea shit. And Yorkshireman says, the fact that people are buying this shit shows we're doomed as a species. I completely agree.
Mm.
I'm just
I
waiting.
mean, even Neil deGrasse Tyson clearly states numerous times all this fucking modern technology, and we could do all these wonderful things like explore space or cure cancer and all this. And no, what do we use it for? We just try and fuck each other.
Yeah. In more ways than one.
That's why we're doomed, because we're too busy thinking with our dicks.
Look at Farty bringing it full circle for once. Doka, you still with us?
Oh yeah, I'm just trying to determine whether or not I want to live on this planet anymore.
Manta Ray says that's why California needs to fall into the ocean.
I
I don't think it would fall into the ocean. I think it'll be a rather rapid yet rapid fucking sink. Not so much a fall. Goatman says California will still float with all the bloated politicians in it. Oof. We just put them up
Actually,
underneath.
since California's full of all your fucking health freaks and your vegans and your fucking hippies and shit, I don't think there's too many fat cunts to allow it to float there anymore.
No, because they're the ones who are like, oh, fat acceptance. So yeah, we'll get plenty. We'll have plenty. Which is funny that you mentioned that they're all like health nut oriented, and yet they allow shit to pile up in their streets. And
Oh, but it's organic, you see.
yeah, it's organic. Just like if you go down to the Ganges River and drink out of it. Yeah. Go ahead. Go drink out of the Ganges.
Yeah, but you see, they're recycling. You know, they've got the compost heap out the front, and if they put their rubbish in there, they might grow a Kit Kat tree.
Herbicus says knowingly spreading a disease is classified as attempted murder in every state except California. That's not true. There are several other states that don't classify it as a murder. They have specific laws on the books, and it's called specifically intent to infect. Straight Sith Mail is in the chat. How's it going? Never ever drink out of the Ganges. No, never. You should.
Yes. See, there's intent to infect, which basically, if you just basically a player and you go and fuck 15 Sheilas a bloody week without a condom because you're that much of a retard, and you probably now have 25 fucking kids you don't know about, then if you fuck the first 5 and then on the 5th one you get syphilis, and then by the time you've found out you got syphilis, you've gone and fucked 16 other Sheilas, you can use the argument that, well, I didn't know at the time. But if you get diagnosed with AIDS or something like that, and you specifically go out and fuck Sheilas without a franger just to infect them, that's attempted murder.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. If you didn't know at the time and you can prove that you genuinely didn't know, regardless of whether you were being an irresponsible fuckwit or not, it's another story. But if you genuinely didn't know, that's where there's the difference.
Yeah, that's 100% correct. Yeah, the world's going to hell. Human beings are just at this time I think we're trying to usher our own destruction. Herpika says wouldn't trust that guy to pull pizza out of the oven, Farty.
Mm. Straight Sith, not the Sith male. Never ever drink out of the Ganges. Yeah, you see, that's that. I'm glad you brought that up because this is the reason why I'm bit sus about fucking when they say traditional Indian cuisine because I kind of know what that means. You know, bloody drippy nipple over in fucking Mumbai somewhere. He gets out of his mud hut and he, stretches out. Oh shit, he's got to run down to the river and drop his fucking curry in there from last night. And the same cunts had been doing it fucking hundreds of miles up the bloody river too. So when he's done there, he splashes with his right and he scrapes with his left and he goes off and gets his pot and he comes back down to the river and grabs a big bucket of diarrhea-filled water and goes off and makes a big cup of tea. That's traditional Indian cuisine, and that's the reason why I'm fucking suspicious about it.
You also have to remember that they also float corpses down the Ganges. Morlocks time, baby. Oh yeah. Haha. Whoa. Yeah, definitely time for the Morlocks. Send in the chuds. Can we send in the chuds?
Send in the chubs.
Send in the chubs? But that's how we got into this position in the first place.
Take a deep breath and hold it. Fucking here comes the chub.
Yeah. I don't know anymore. I just don't know anymore. Manta Ray says he'll be the king of the Morlocks. Will you? Do you know how to take over as king of the Morlocks? And do you mean Morlocks or Murlocs, the little fish people from Warcraft? Because I know Doku wishes he were a Murloc.
We gotta save the Murlocs.
Save the Murlocs.
Save the Murlocs.
Yes, to what? The Murlocs or the Morlocks?
We don't discriminate here. We're inclusive.
Hashtag save the Murlocs.
Bringing it back.
God.
Both.
Oh, man.
The answer is yes.
That's always yes, isn't it?
It's the right answer.
I guess. I mean, it's never
Would you like a big dry fist up the bum?
It's never not the right answer, is it?
So
yes.
I guess I know the answer to would you like a big dry fist up the bum?
Only if it's from Anita Sarkeesian.
Straight Sith Male says somebody has a very annoying noise coming out of their speaker or microphone. Alright, let's see.
Which one is it?
I have no clue. That annoying
I don't
noise
know
you're
either.
hearing, Sith, is my voice. Manta Ray says the key to ruling both is fisting. Herpika says, "Have I told you about our savior, Corn?"
What, the elevator maker?
What's that, party?
The elevator maker?
The elevator maker.
Corn.
I don't know. The band?
There's a company called Corn that makes it. No, there's a company called Corn spelled that way that makes elevators.
Interesting.
Straight Says Male says, "I can't drink with that noise in my ear, you bastards."
Which one is it? Straight says Marv. Maybe we can do something about the noise volume or something.
Is the noise gone now, Seth?
Well, we're young.
Fist of Rage and Bees, says Manta Ray. Fists of Rage and Bees. That's how you rule. I suppose. Yorkshireman says, Christ, I need to get laid. That's a sentiment. I think we all I think we can all get behind. Am I wrong?
Just dress as the Nazi and then take the cross channel train over to France. You'll find a route. Don't worry.
Oh. Oh.
Just look for Anita's street corner. She's gonna need it after her BitChute channel flops. Zoe's
Oh,
already got their Canadian warm for her.
I indeed look forward to that.
My God.
Hey guys, we're on BitChute. We only need $20,000 so we can upload videos that are pre-recorded 6 months prior.
Straight Sith Mail says it's like Dire Maker, only gay. I'm not sure I get the reference.
I just hear die and I just imagine Danger Hairs.
I just imagine someone who has dyed their hair so many times that the follicles are like dripping paint into their brain cells. All right. So apparently my microphone is too low now. Let me try and bring this up a little.
Technical difficulties.
Is that better? Is that better?
Yeah. Don't do that.
Is that better, Joku? Come on, Joku, let me touch your butt.
Do I look like fucking Anna Kasparian to you?
Yes, you do. Yorkshire
Oh.
says, yeah, it is a bit better. Pete, does it sound better on your end? Can you hear me a little bit better? Because that buzz, I'm guessing, is coming from my PC. Okay, cool. Cool, I'm fine now. Oh, thank you guys. I didn't know you were attracted to me that way. I'm a little flattered, but I'm taken.
You're being hacked by the Clinton Foundation.
You friend zoning somebody?
I'm not friend zoning anyone. I'm just letting them know I'm flattered, but I'm not interested.
It sounds like a friend zone if you ask me.
Takes, ladies and gentlemen. That's all it fucking takes. I'm not interested. Thank you, but I'm not interested. I don't want to touch your meat pole.
I'm only interested in your double stuffed pastrami sandwich.
I don't want your bloody roast beef, okay?
Oh, don't talk to Arby's like that. They're sensitive.
I don't want your brownie sundae.
Not even if it comes with curly fries?
Not even if it comes with curly fries. And I sure as hell don't want to turn your brown eye blue.
Jesus, what are you fucking doing to it? Usually it goes bright red.
Well, I mean, if you're being a little forceful, things can happen. Especially when you go in dry. And I love going in dry.
The wild
Careful,
women,
this is
the
a
wild
family-
women, the ripping and the tearing, the ripping and the tearing.
This is a family-friendly channel, okay?
Maxwell Agan says, always join these live streams at the weirdest times. Yes, you do. But you know what? We're happy you're here. Welcome to the chat.
Yeah, Doku is.
I do.
Doku is correct.
Hang on.
Doku is correct. Yes, it is family friendly. You'd need to use some lube.
Who said anything about being family unfriendly without lube? You can have it both ways, Doku. At least in this instance.
Bugger King, have it your way.
Maxwell says, dude, first fucking person to pronounce my name right. What, Agans? Agans? Did I say it right the first time?
And then said it right the first time, then he goes from prompts, he fucks it up.
Hey, that's my middle name, Frank Fuck It Up Shandor.
That's what we're good at here.
It doesn't exactly
always
roll
fuck
off
it up.
the tongue, but then again, my parents are crackheads.
They couldn't spell promptly, so they had to leave it out.
Exactly.
It all makes sense. No, apparently you got it right the first time.
Apparently. Long A sound at the beginning. Not in the middle, though? Agans. Agans.
Agans?
Agans? Aragon? I'm amusing
Against.
myself. I don't care what you guys think. I'm amusing myself. Um, honestly, what kind of fucking loser? And then we have assholes. Agans. Yeah, okay. Agans. Got it. But what kind of asshole? Let's shift focus. What kind of asshole chooses now to get pissed off at Disney's business practices and looking out for their fucking bottom line?
Are we going back to Brie Larson again?
No, no.
Good.
I'm talking specifically about the people who are pissed off. Oh, Disney didn't let the kid have the Spider-Man on his tombstone. What kind of asshole chooses now? Chooses now to get upset about what they've been up to this whole fucking time. Since
Yeah,
day
because it's not
one.
like they haven't sued a fucking community funded daycare center because they had fucking shittily drawn Disney characters on the walls. It's not like they haven't done that.
Right. Let me run down a list of shit that I have come up with, because here's here's everything that I can think of off the top of my head. Um, Sony only owns the rights to film Spider-Man. And yes, Farty, they still do. They only own the film rights to Spider-Man. Marvel can still make comic books. They just only have a limited agreement with Disney. But here
Who's, who's got who's got merchandising?
it's split between whoever makes what. So if it's a Spider-Man movie, Sony gets the cut. Um, they sued Yorkshiremen. They sued. I don't remember where their daycare was. They sued a daycare out of existence. Eldritch agrees with me. Yeah, funny how this is the straw that that broke the camel's back. So this is a
How much?
list of things off the top of my head. Sorry, Farty, to step on your deck here, but this is the list of things off the top of my head that Disney's guilty of, that everyone just decided to bat an eye at and go, oh, well, this is fine. So they bought up everything. They've screwed over every employee of the acquisitions. They've destroyed franchises they've acquired. They've been guilty of, and still are guilty of, running sweatshops to make their products and their profits, hoarding IP so that whenever anyone steps out of line to use said IP in any matter, even if it's positive, right, to bring free advertisement to the company, they've sued them out of existence. They've lobbied the government, and they've lobbied and got the government involved to put into and uphold IP protections um, for their already massive holdings. They have lobbied the government to police the internet for their IPs, insofar as to getting even companies in the United States to like service providers to keep track of who is doing what and to ban them from using the internet on their service should they illegally download one of their movies. Um
Hmm. Well, kind of don't know how that last little bit works because I downloaded fucking Last Jedi, Force Awakens, Endgame, Spider-Man, Homecoming, and a few other bits and bobs, and well, I still got the internet.
right. Um uh so we got some chats here. Let's see. Start with Straight Sith Mail says Disney is guilty of destroying basically most nerd genres we love. Um, Goatman asks, remember when Disney made good movies? Yorkshireman said they need to be broken up. They have way too much control. Um, Herbicus says, do what you want because a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Yeah. So here's my observation. It's not just Disney who's guilty of this. We're complacent in it by giving Disney money, right? We're complacent by saying, "Oh well, it's fine that Disney does all this, as long as they don't step out of line and don't do anything I disagree with." Motherfucker, they've been doing shit you disagree with since day one, and the only reason you're playing along is because that new X-Men movie's coming out. Fuck you.
Also, too, I do think this is a bit of a sign of things to come. I mean, like, we threatened it with Sony in 2016 with that shall not be named. And then we actually went ahead with it through fucking Solo, which was to actually boycott a movie to a point where it bombed so fucking bad that even normal people couldn't fucking save it. And then we've got now people sort of like you got fucking Captain Diesel Dyke. I mean, flat ass. I mean, fucking Brie Larson having a sook about representation with black people and all this kind of stuff, and holding Disney to task pretty much. And I can see this is going to be a bit of a trend. Yeah, like more people are going to start hitting back, and it is going to start becoming successful to a point where they'll start making decent movies again and stop pissing us off when they finally learn.
Right.
But yeah, don't think this is the last of this we'll hear about.
No, it isn't. But anyone who has been like anyone who's thrown their money at Disney for Avengers Endgame, anyone who threw their money at Disney's for Avengers Endgame re-released, for Captain Marvel, for Spider-Man Homecoming, Far From Home, any of the other 20 some odd fucking uh fucking Marvel movies, the Marvel acquisition, the Winnie the Pooh acquisition back in the 80s or 70s or whatever the fuck that was. Like, come on. Seriously. Anytime they've acquired something, and this is the first time they haven't flushed it down the toilet right away, was when they acquired Marvel and Star Wars. But everything else, they've just said, fuck it. Right?
Well, this is something I was talking about on Twitter either today or yesterday. I forgot what it was. I don't really care. It doesn't matter. But no, everything modern Disney fucking manages to touch, whether it's their own original Disney princess, fairy tale IPs, if it's fucking Star Wars, Marvel, the whole thing is just a soulless fucking cash grab. Like, I don't even care about Haley Bailey being cast as fucking Ariel. That's not my issue. Disney, can you fucking stop doing live action remakes that are basically shot for shot renditions of the animated films and actually do something fucking decent for once? Because not only, like, yeah, sure, you got some decent CGI. That's one thing. Even the casting in a lot of these films isn't that bad. I'm not including Will Smith in that because he sucked as Genie. But no, it's just you're creatively fucking bankrupt. You're garbage. You throw a bunch of money at something and expect fucking CGI and some brand name recognition to fucking bait in a bunch of fucking normies to make you money. There's nothing fucking good about anything the House of Mouse does. And the second you fucking call it out for being the creatively bankrupt, soulless garbage that it is, all of a sudden now we're a bunch of racist and sexist and all this other bullshit. No, Disney, you just suck. You're a soulless fucking corporation that doesn't give two shits about your fans or the intellectual properties that you suck up like a gigantic fucking vacuum. Fuck off, Disney. And House of Mouse, go die in a fucking fire.
Manta Ray says the point of no return for him was Incredibles 2, wherein he was a pretty big Disney fag, but that was the step too far for me. I am no saint. I didn't see Incredibles 2. I just only recently saw The Incredibles, which wasn't all that incredible, but it was fun, I guess, to watch.
Well, dude, even the Pixar movies. The Pixar movies used to be great. And now what are they? The same regurgitated bullshit. They're focusing on brand recognition and some CGI with maybe a few big name actors and actresses with a few breakout roles. Like, I could talk shit about Tom Holland, but you know what? He's young and he's got some decent acting talent, even if he is getting sucked into the frickin' corporate, politically correct, gigantic grinding machine that is the House of Mouse. But even then, that's not enough to fucking justify the garbage that Disney is trying to shove down everybody's throats. And I forgot who said this. I think it was John Talks. But you know what? The whole reason... Yeah, it was John Talks. The whole reason that they're even doing all of this recasting for diversity and this and that, it's not because they actually give a shit about diversity.
No.
It's because the second that you fucking try to criticize it and call it out,
No,
they
that's
can
not even.
fucking throw the
No, you're
blanket.
wrong.
No, they can throw a blank. No, they can throw a blanket label at you and say, "Well, you just don't like it because of this ism or that ism."
No, that's
That's what they're
only
fucking.
that's only a small part of it. That's a very small part of it. The only reason they're doing it is because they have to appease their shareholders. Yes, they don't give a shit about woke, all right? They don't give a shit about it. What they do give a shit about is trying to get as many asses in the seat as they can. That's all they give a shit about. And then when people talk about, oh well, Disney, I thought you were better than this. No, they are a fucking mega corporation. They're going to
Well,
look
no,
out
if
for their bottom fucking dollar. And if that
no,
means
if
they have to
Disney,
pander and cater, they're going to pander and cater to the lowest common denominator to try and make an extra buck. Their only misstep is that they don't fucking realize that there's no such thing as bad press no longer exists. That is no
hold on,
longer a
I'm
thing.
gonna give you pushback on this one. They're not pandering because they wanna
Yeah, they are.
appease their shareholder. No, they're not pandering because they want to appease their shareholders. That is, if that is Disney's goal, then they are so incredibly out of touch. It's not just pathetic. It's fucking laughable because none of the pandering that they're doing actually appeases their actual fans. It's not going to get any more butts in the seat than just doing a live action remake of anything they could pull out of their ass. What they're doing is they're intentionally trying to push this politically correct diversity fucking narrative because the second you criticize it, they use it as a fucking shield. And they know the fucking access media is going to sit there to fucking defend them. And they think the normies aren't going to fucking pay attention. They're not going to be the quickest to wake up because they're not going to listen to people like John Talks or Geeks and Gamers or Red Letter Media or anybody else that's going to sit there and call them out for the fucking bullshit they're doing. They think the normies are going to fucking save them and they're going to go put their butts in the seats. You know what? That'll work for one time around. But when it comes to a movie like Last Jedi, The Lion King, Aladdin, or the upcoming Little Mermaid, guess what? They're going to see that movie once. If you want to fucking break even, you need the people that are actually going to put up with your garbage storytelling to go see that movie 2 or 3 times. Why do you think they re-released Endgame?
Fucking
It's because they're creatively fucking bankrupt. They think that pandering to a very small
They're not
minutia.
just creatively bankrupt. The main reason they re-released Endgame, we all know it, is because they're petty and vindictive, and they
And they want to beat
the money.
Avatar.
They wanted the money from Avatar. They wanted to beat Avatar. That's why they re-released it because it got
But
close,
this is
and
and
it
this is my
still
point.
didn't
This is
fucking
my
beat
point.
Avatar.
This is my point. They think pandering to the minutia of fucking politically correct dumbasses on Twitter is going to be something that can actually save their company and appease their shareholders by making them money. Guess what? It won't. It didn't work for Solo. It didn't work for The Last Jedi. It didn't work for Aladdin. It didn't work for Lion King. And the only reason it worked for Captain Marvel is because there's some sketchy shit going around there, and it still even didn't really work out that well for them at that point.
Um,
Give it a little bit of time. After Spider-Man Homecoming, short fucking Disney stock because it's fucking going down. There's no way they're ever going to be able to achieve the same amount of revenue generation that they got after Avengers Endgame. There's no
So-
fucking way in hell.
addressing the chat quick, Maxwell says he loves that we aren't verbally docile about the topics.
Oh, we're never verbally docile. We're assholes.
Yeah,
I think
no,
we've made that
it's-
clear from day one.
It's all about the bottom line, Doku. That's what it is, and I don't know how you feel about this party, but it's all about the bottom line. They want to get as many asses in the seats. They know that getting more asses in the seats means that they are going to get a higher return of investment from their investors. They're going to be able to appease their shareholders, and they're just going to be able to make more money off of it. But like I said,
Except they keep tossing money at fucking trash projects.
the reason they're losing money on it is because they're catering and pandering too hard to the people who aren't going to spend money on this shit. And the normies who do spend money on it are starting to slowly go, well, Disney's maybe not as good a brand as we thought it was. All right, maybe it's time for this brand to die. Brands die. That's how capitalism works. That's how economics works. Sometimes, right, a brand dies. Look at Sears. Look at fucking Macy's. Look at all these big chain stores in the malls. Look at fucking malls. Malls are starting to die.
Yet Sears, Target, J.C. Penney, Lord and Taylor, like if Disney tries to pander to these individuals, and here's the other side of the coin that Disney's going to have a problem with. It's not only the fact that they're trying to pander to the wrong demographic, essentially we're going to pander to the fucking woke crowd on Twitter, which the normies don't fucking pay attention to. They follow like what? Wendy's? You know, stupid shit like that. If they even use Twitter, most of them are still fucking sitting around on Facebook. It,
Yeah,
the other
they're
problem that
keyboard
Disney has
activists.
is well, the other problem Disney has is their internalized politics are driving out anything that is potentially,
I don't
even
think they're
remotely,
internalized. I don't think they're internalized. Someone pointed out in the
no,
chat. Hang on, someone pointed this out in the chat. I gotta scroll back through because I want to see who it was because I want to. It was Herpicus. Herpicus says the shareholders are a bunch of out-of-touch boomers who don't understand what a vocal minority is, and that's partially true. And the fact that they're not the fact they're not taking into account that the loudest is just a minority, that's what part of the problem is. And they're farming nostalgia like it was some sort of fucking piggy bank.
and that's why they keep trying to churn out these fucking live action remakes. Their internalized politics have driven out any sort of
They're not internalized. They're very
you know,
much
give them.
externalized. They're very
Well,
much
no, no,
externalized.
no, the internal politics, like within, like Kathleen Kennedy and fucking Ryan Johnson and fucking Kevin Feige and all of this politically correct push that they have going on internally within the company, they care more about your fucking personal politics than they do about your actual creative merit. Disney has been like that for a few years now, and it's only gotten worse. And that's why they're only pandering to the woke crowd on Twitter, which is why the best thing they can possibly fucking come up with is coming out with Toy Story 4 or a live action remake of fucking Aladdin or The Little Mermaid. Disney as a company is creatively fucking bankrupt because they care. The people that are in charge of it, Bob Iger is stepping down. He doesn't give a shit. And the people that are actually in charge of creatively overseeing these projects don't give a shit either because they care more about the fucking politics than the actual intellectual property and making money for the fucking shareholder. Very, very fucking bad business model, and it's gonna show in the numbers. Mark my fucking word. Change my fucking mind.
I just wonder if that, if Marvel's sort of figured out a new trick there, because the dropping of the Captain Diesel dyke, I mean Captain Flatass, just before fucking Endgame was in two parts. You had to see it just to figure out who the fucking character was, and they shoot it in right at the last minute, making sure that fucking everybody's gonna have to see it now. So fucking like then they're redoing fucking they're redone Endgame just before fucking Far From Home. I'm wondering if the next Marvel movie they'll try and put fucking Far From Home just before that, re-release it just before that again. So see if they think, oh, maybe if we double release it, we'll make more money.
Yeah, they'll do whatever they can to make money. Here's the problem. It has to do with the fact that the product they're putting out is average at best. I mean, what did Toy Story 4 do? It wasn't as good as the majority of Pixar films back in the day when Pixar was still, allowed to have some creative flexibility. Now it's like, hey guys, Cars 3, Airplanes 2, a movie nobody cares about. It, Disney doesn't have any good fucking ideas left. So now they're just going with the whole, we'll do live action remakes of all the classics. And, toss in a little bit of a diversity change up there because, yeah, that matters.
So you reckon Toy Story 4 is pretty much the thing that's going to murder the entire series?
Yeah, I don't see them making a Toy Story 5, I'll say that much. I heard everybody that saw Toy Story 4 thought it was mediocre at best and a complete garbage cash grab at worst. Which sounds about right considering Disney's track record at this point. I mean, hell, they even have
Yeah.
to tell the crew, the people working on fucking Star Wars Episode 9, they have to tell them to stop making fun of Ryan Johnson in Episode 8, Last Jedi, because it
Mhm.
was that bad. So, like, you know there's trouble in fucking paradise when your own crew working on a movie with one of the largest intellectual properties to ever have existed is mocking your fucking wokeness.
So here's a point that I want to make. And just to kind of compound what Doku said, Herpika says the only way to get a job at Disney is to have the right politics. The rank and file Disney drones are the true believers. No, that is entirely true. But their politics are very much externalized. They're not internalized. They are on display for everyone. They are on display for everyone to see and to breathe and to become one with.
Hmm.
Their
Uh,
their
uh,
politics were brought in by an outside source, and that everybody, and the only reason it's internalized is because it was a outside infection first. It was like walking into like a cloud of spores.
hmm. I'd laugh if with Toy Story 4 they give Ryan Johnson a three movie fucking deal to make the Toy Story trilogy. And then in the first one, he kills off all the characters but fucking Woody. And between that movie and the second one he does, Tom Hanks fucking dies. And he should say, fuck, not again. Not again. I killed off
I'm
the wrong fucking
convinced.
people.
I'm convinced Carrie Fisher died of her own free will, so she didn't have to be in another shitty Star Wars movie.
No, I say she died of embarrassment because she knew how shit it was going to be. She couldn't face the fans.
Yeah.
Either way, I'll give you a little bit of pushback, Shandor. Disney's politically correct agenda might have started as an externalized problem, but
And it
now it is
still
very
is.
much internalized.
No,
Well, no,
it's
now it's become internalized and it's gatekeeping.
no, it's. And I'm not disagreeing with you that it has become internalized to some degree, but it's still very much externalized. It's still, and I say that because it's on display. Everyone knows what it is. It's not like they're hiding it. If they were hiding it, then it would be an internal matter. But they're not hiding it.
Oh, that's when I say internalized, that's actually not what I'm referring to. I'm referring to the fact that if you don't have the correct politics, like Herp was saying, you're not getting a job at Disney.
Yeah, but
But
that
that also
doesn't
means
mean.
what the product Disney is churning
But
out
that doesn't
is
mean
not
that.
going to be, it's not going to have mass appeal.
But that doesn't mean that it's inherently an internalized politic, right? It just means that if you don't worship the gods of groupthink, then yeah, you're shit out of luck if you want a job there, right? That's all that means. It's all that means. But it's very much an externalized problem. It started from the outside. It worked its way in like a fucking, like I said, it was like breathing in a cloud of spores, right? It might be going on from within, but it started outside and it's still outside and it's very much on display. They're not hiding it. They're not trying to cover it up. They're not trying to act as though, oh well, we don't do this. No, they just don't give a shit. All right?
Well, we're also talking about the House of Mouse. They have confidence out the ass, regardless if they're bleeding money.
Which
And mark my words, the last two earnings reports have been less than impressive, and it's only going to get worse from here.
Maxwell says, why does it matter if people are politically correct if they aren't politicians? What was the breaking point that blurred the line of entertainment and politics? Bush, Clinton, Nixon, Kennedy? Clinton. It was Clinton, definitely. After Clinton, when Bush Jr. came in, everybody I knew was railing against Bush. No, we can never have another Republican president. Never in a million years. It should never happen. Never, never, never. And then we got Obama for 8 years.
Yeah, but then they did try and impeach Clinton too at the beginning as well, and then I'm pretty sure they did have a crack at fucking George Senior as well, but it was unsuccessful.
Well, actually, I have a little bit of a hypothesis. I think a lot of this began post second term of the Bush Jr. era, but really ramped up during the 8 years we had of Obama, where people started realizing that big tech, social media, Hollywood entertainment, mainstream entertainment, people weren't watching CNN, especially not my generation. They were spending all their time on fucking Facebook, then Twitter rolled around, YouTube got big, and they realized, you know what? CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, that's not how you control the narrative. You
See,
control the narrative
it's
through
weird because my
Dis.
generation. It's weird because my generation was brought up on MTV, and we were brought up for counterculture. That was how we were raised, right? Counterculture was a thing. I think Farty remembers the counterculture movement, right? I think he stepped away.
Yeah, yeah, no, I remember that. Yeah.
But like that's the era I grew up in. Is the mid to late '80s was all counterculture. Early '90s, counterculture. And if you were counterculture, you were in. You were cool. You were with
Mm.
you were part of the crowd. You were in.
Skinheads and punks, it was fucking groovy to walk around with a fucking 3 foot fucking comb on that going from straight down the middle of your bloody head painted bright blue.
Maxwell makes a
When
good
I would,
point. The nation's mascot is a damn eagle. If the left and right wings can't flap together, the whole body fails. No, you're exactly correct. And yes, Straight Sith Male, you are correct. Bill Clinton was impeached, but it was not a successful impeachment. A successful impeachment means that the sitting president was removed, or the sitting official was removed.
oh, and I would say on the topic of counterculture, it used to be, like uh, GeoCities, Angel Fire, AOL Instant Messenger, like all that stuff used to be counterculture, quote unquote, back in the 90s because it was all
Right,
just
but now the
a bunch of internet
counterculture
brats.
now
Now
the
it's the mainstream.
now the counterculture is the mainstream, and the mainstream to that, or the counterculture to that, is old-fashioned conservative values. And
I would say the only counterculture that really exists in a pure form at this point in time would be 4chan. Like, ironically enough. And again, it's because these large groups like, Disney, the big Hollywood conglomerates, your old guard Democrats, your rhinos, your neocons, your neolibs, like it used to be kind of embraced by counterculture. The real counterculture now is everybody that's being censored by fucking YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. It's come full circle because they realized they lost control of the fucking narrative, and now it's like, oh well, now the counterculture is, playing LARPing as, fucking Antifa revolutionaries and everybody who wears a MAGA hat some sort of ist or ism. They're the most groupthink fucking hive mind, colony of ants that you could possibly fucking exist. I'm gonna fucking go get tattoos and dye my hair blue and shave the side of my head because I'm a rebel. No, you're the same as every other fucking college LARPing revolutionary as every other fucking 2-bit shithead. There's nothing unique about you. There's nothing special. There's nothing counterculture about it. You're a useful fucking idiot.
you're
If you're
just
too
another
fucking
cog in the
blind to
machine
see
at this
that, then
point.
there's no helping you.
Darren, you never cease to entertain. Darren says, mute your mic when you burp, you uncouth pile of trash. I think he's talking to and then says, that's it. I'm getting in my car, driving to his house, bringing my pipe wrench with me.
Hang on.
God damn it, Farty. Fucking awesome.
Well, I was gonna get a burp out saying I'm scared. Ooh, I'm scared, but you fucking interrupted me and it broke my concentration.
Now you're making me burp, you fucking jerk. Oh my god. But yeah, counterculture. And this is a point that's basically, been made already. But I think we just need to hammer home. Here's my problem. Human beings are really good at swinging from one extreme to the other. It's like human beings have a permanent case of collective what's the word I'm looking for? Oh
Uh,
shit.
Collective ideology, collective
No,
mindset,
no, no,
groupthink.
no, no, no. Bipolar disorder, right? Human beings have a collective case of bipolar disorder where you just can't like find a happy medium. It's always got to be one side or the other. It's always got to be black or white. It's always has to be an absolute.
Yeah, well, we're starting to see that.
Yeah. No.
I mean, hell, if you look at Twitter culture, Facebook culture, any any degree of social media, if you look at the way I'll just use Twitter as the example because it's the easiest one. You know, depending on who you follow, what you think, what you believe in, you're going to find yourself in an echo chamber one way or another. The vast majority of people are more than happy to just sit there and, accept confirmation bias, believe what they want to believe, and the vast majority of them, if you try to tell them something they don't want to hear, they don't want to listen to, guess what? They're not going to fucking listen to it. You know, you want to follow Ilhan Omar or Sazio Cortez or the Young Turks or fucking Bernie Sanders or Elizabeth Warren or any of these other fucking DNC hacks, you're gonna fucking listen to these people and you're gonna fucking take it as gospel. The same thing goes with a lot of the mainstream, lamestream normies on the fucking right. People are always going to look for confirmation bias because there's something that human beings fundamentally in our day and age, especially in the information era, have a very, very, very big problem with. Something that is just so fundamental to their core and their worldview that if you dare even take a single fucking cornerstone, a single keystone out of that fucking ideological house that they've built for themselves, their entire worldview comes crashing fucking down and they throw a goddamn temper tantrum. And the big problem they have is they can't see the other side. They can't listen to fucking logic because they're too concerned about fucking confirmation bias and reaffirming their own fucking worldview. And if, God forbid, you point out that, maybe that worldview is not exactly as it was presented. Maybe your perception's a little off. It's sort of the same thing like if you try to have a conversation with someone and present them with factual or statistical evidence, they will literally drone you out and just revert back to an appeal to emotion because what is one of the most fundamental things that a human being has trouble doing? People can't fucking admit when they're wrong because everybody gets a fucking participation trophy. Everybody thinks they're right. Well, guess what? No one's fucking perfect. You're not always right. If you're presented with evidence that, your worldview, your perception is wrong, you at least need to consider the evidence. People can't do that anymore. This is the big problem social media has put on our society. Everything is so fucking damn emotional that people essentially have reverted back to acting like playground children in the 4th or 5th grade where, well, I don't like the rules of your game of kickball, so I'm going to take my ball and I'm going home. Like, that's the constant state of fucking grown adults. It's fucking pathetic. And I know I'm ranting, but I'm not apologizing for anything I'm saying because it's fucking annoying as shit to me. If you're going to sit there and you're trying to engage in social discourse or have at least a remotely mature conversation, especially on the internet, you at least need to have the fucking maturity to at least consider the other side, consider the evidence, and if you're proven wrong about something, you at least need to say, you know what? You might have a point, I just happen to disagree with. Because most people argue based on fucking opinion. Change my mind.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of paraphrase Maxwell here. He says, "Everyone's restless, and when you put a bunch of restless animals together in a social setting, you're bound to have problems. Yes, you're bound to have problems. You tend to get animals eating other animals, right? You
He's
tend to
not
get
wrong.
You tend to get lions eating other lions. You tend to get cats eating other cats. You tend to get rabbits eating other rabbits.
He's not wrong at all.
No, he's not. ChemLab says, here you go, Doku. Congrats for your trophy.
Oh, god damn it. Well, I
Herpika
guess.
says, just remember to update your passport and buy a lot of ammo for next year. Don't even fuck with your passport. Just get ammo. Just get ammo and weapons. And go fucking hide in a national park somewhere. Let's see.
I'm gonna start recruiting Wendigos and Skinwalkers to my personal army to take over the world.
You say that, now we're gonna have a whole bunch of furries coming up and hitting us up.
Oh. God.
You know what? I'm legit interested in one of those rubber Pokemon girls. Legit interested. Like, it's so bizarre. It's interesting. Like, show me more.
You want to poke the Mongo?
Yeah, why not?
Wait, what?
No, there are
wait,
these
rubber-
girls that
rubber
are running
Pokemon
around
girls? What?
in rubber, skin-tight suits that look like Pokemon.
Oh, I thought you were talking
It's
about the
some
rubber
weird
dolls.
Shit, no, it's some weird shit, and it's just weird enough to be interesting.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Straight Sith Mail has us caught. He says his stream has turned from picking on a fandom to just bullshitting about political stuff. We bullshit about everything. We don't really have a solid format. We don't care what we talk about. We just talk about whatever comes into our little ape brains.
Yeah, we're free. We're a free form channel here.
Freeform? You mean free basing? Herpicus is saying, is Shandor a furry in denial? I could be. I could be, you know? I've never tried the lifestyle out, but you know what? I'm willing to give anything a go. Doku, you ready?
Do rubber Pokemon count as being furries? I thought like
know.
fur was a requirement.
I don't even know, dude. All I'm saying, I would be interested to sit down with one and just go, what's the deal? I don't get it.
I wasn't even aware this was a thing.
Dude, it's a thing. They're on Twitter. You know what? I will find one on Twitter.
I'm morbidly curious. I'm not gonna lie. My curiosity has gotten the better of me. I would love the chance to psychoanalyze this.
Doku wants to fuck one. Doku wants to fuck one. Doku wants to fuck one.
Only if I get the 10-inch black strap on. I sexually identify as a 10-inch black dildo.
Yeah, well, I just tweeted it. National Yorkshireman says they're called scalies. Darren says Frank has many despicable things, but he isn't a furry. Sith says according to memes they are scalies. And feathers.
So when you rub one of these things on the minge, does it make a noise like?
Oh god!
I could not fucking tell you, Farty. Are you seeing that, Doku?
What it? Holy shit!
I told you, dude. I told you. And once you see it, you're just like, I'm not.
I don't even know.
I don't want to participate in this, but I need to know more.
I'm both intrigued and very disturbed.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah. What was it called again? Rubber Pokemon.
Yeah, you go on Twitter, go into Twitter and search.
Oh my god!
Rubber Pokemon.
What is going on? Oh no!
Well, I don't have Twitter though.
No! Oh no! Oh, it's got like the frog hands and the frog legs and the full body latex. What is this?
And you just You just can't look away.
Oh. Oh. Oh God.
Hang on, where's the link for this shit? Because I can't get on fucking Twitter anyways. I'm not on it.
Oh shit.
This is.
There's Patreon.
Oh my God, and the fingers are floppy and shit too. It's like frog fingers. Oh my God, what is
I know.
this?
There's a Patreon. There's a Patreon. Let's get it up. I'm gonna try and get it up on the screen here. I'm gonna try and get it up on the screen so everyone can see what I'm talking about. Okay, now you have to put it on the Discord and share the pain. All right, you know what? There's a link going on. I guess Rule 34. Yeah, there's a link on Rule 34 challenge to Twitter. And I'm gonna put this up on the screen because you guys need to see this shit because it's just so bizarre.
It is. It's like it's not the lewdest thing I've ever seen, but
it's not lewd at all.
Very
But it's like
strange.
it's like what the fuck? What are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I do, but just why? Why? Who does this?
Yeah. So here it is. Like this is it. This is some weird shit.
It's not the strangest thing I've ever seen.
No, but it's weird shit. It's like this dude
No,
is
it's
just
strange
like,
enough.
this dude is
This
just
actually doesn't come
milking.
close.
This dude is just milking his dick through a rubber suit, and I'm just, why? What is what is with this? What is going on here?
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Herpicus, it's in my eyes. In my eyes.
Yeah, Herbicus,
Darren,
you're
what?
gonna need to drink.
Darren says, "What the absolute fuck am I looking at? You're looking at some dude pleasuring himself in a fucking rubber Pokemon costume." Okay.
What I want to know, where do you find a rubber Pokemon costume
Wait,
like that? Like,
what the fuck?
what the?
What the
I
fuck?
I have so many questions, and I don't want any of them to be answered.
What the fuck? Okay, a big bat costume. All right. What else? Same big bat costume. Okay.
See, it's creepy enough as it is, but it's
What? There's more of them.
it's the
Look at this shit.
it's the texture. The texture and like the floppiness of the latex just makes it that much weirder. Like,
No, go have a look at the one I just posted.
Wow.
yeah, York, that's a fucking bat.
I heard because this dude, I need to break my glass eye after seeing that shit. Darren says this is proof of what too much internet porn will do to you. Eventually, your fetishes outpace the laws of physics in most countries. Yorkshireman, is that a fucking bat? Yes, it was a fucking bat. Here's another one. What the fuck is this shit?
Oh,
It's
what the fuck?
It's like they're wearing blow-up dolls. It's like they hollowed out a blow-up, or they cut into a blow-up doll and turned it into a fucking rubber suit.
Oh my god, is that one on the? Is that Sonic?
No, it's not Sonic. At least I don't think.
Oh,
What the?
no, it's not.
What the fuck?
Where do they find these costumes? That's what I want to know.
What the? Okay, you know what? Let's go. Let's go over to my buddy DuckDuckGo.
When and how did this become a thing?
It's always been a thing, man. You just didn't know about it because of the internet hasn't been around for a while.
So there's a giant blow-up Pikachu costume.
Let's take a bet. How much money do you think people spend on these fucking outfits?
At least a couple grand. At least a couple. Because furries spend like at least a couple grand on their shit.
I'm guessing like $2,000 to $3,000. Yeah, Darren's probably right. These have to be like either custom ordered or custom made. Like,
It's like they hollowed out a fucking blow-up doll.
and yeah, Maxwell, I'm right there with you. I need a drink too because I don't even. I'm laughing, but I'm also very disturbed. I don't know what to say about this.
Just so you're not disappointed, Doku, drinking doesn't help.
Well, there's only one way to find out, and I only have one option.
No, trust me, I'm speaking from experience. Go ahead and do it if you feel you must, but trust me, it ain't helping.
Guys, I think we just stumbled onto the mother load.
Oh God. Oh, testing in Oh.
I think we
Oh
just stumbled
no.
onto the mother load here.
No. I know
Link.
what this website is.
Oh,
I've heard
Link.
about this website.
Just-
Oh no.
Link?
Oh. Oh no.
Link it.
No.
all right, it's going in Rule 34. It's going in Rule 34. Oh my God. Oh, if you guys want the links to these, hop on over to our Discord. Link is in the description. My fucking God.
Oh.
Oh, fucking God. Okay. Should I do this? Jack stood in the middle of the testing room, clutching the headpiece to the Umbreon costume he was wearing. He was struggling a bit to keep grasping the headpiece with his slippery rubber paws. He could feel his fingers balled up inside the warm, rubbery, tightly crammed into the toes of the rubber paw.
No.
He could barely even wiggle them. Oh my God, this is so poorly written, much less actually grab or hold something. He didn't feel bad about the loss of movement in his fingers, though. If everything went right, then he would be trading his ability to grasp and hold for something much, much better. Oh, God.
Oh no. No.
Here we go, folks. Jack had sometimes thought about being a Pokemon ever since elementary school. He in particular had a fond love of Umbreon, which is by far his favorite Pokemon. He daydreamed daily about becoming the powerful Dark type, fantasizing about using his spectacular Dark type powers in combat and running wild and free in the forest. This ... unusual affection quickly earned him the scorn of classmates who relentlessly teased and bullied him because of his fantasy. Now finally that dream had a chance of coming true. Apparently some science company had been collaborating with legendary Pokemon to find an alternative for forcing innocent animals to fight against one another. After extensive research, they finally came up with a possibility. The rubber Pokemon suit. Humans who humans who quote volunteered would put on the rubber Pokemon suits and with the help of combined human tech and Pokemon magic receive the powers of the Pokemon suits or Poke suits they were wearing, becoming permanently sealed inside the suit in the process and fight in battles instead of Pokemon themselves. So altruistic, so stunning, so brave. Most people...
No.
Maxwell says purge it with fire.
Oh, God, no.
Rebecca says,
Why?
I think I'm going to eat a flesh it round. Darren, brain's been bubbled enough. Yorkshire, time to genocide.
Face rooftop.
Man. Oh, and this goes on forever. It just doesn't end. It's like forever. All right, latex costume on Etsy.
It gets really fucking awkward right in the middle of it.
Probably, yeah. I'm what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
You can still read it to your parents, but it's just really fucking awkward.
Is this a costume? Is this something you wear? Female latex foam-filled breast transvestite doll crossdresser tranny torso lace skinned. What, $200 to basically Buffalo Bill yourself? It's got lacing in the back just like Buffalo. Oh my God! Okay.
Oh.
Now I know what I'm doing for Halloween.
Okay. We have found a lead, ladies and gentlemen. $500.
We're gonna start a GoFundMe for it. GoFundMe. Someone got to buy me that thing for Halloween. I'll film it and everything.
God, I bet you would. Darren says the whole fucking thing goes way past awkward. But yeah,
It's inflatable. It's inflatable.
Here's the rubber fox. We have a lead, ladies and gentlemen. So we're looking at about 500 plus. Let's see what a double X. Okay, made to measure, $600.
Link.
Yeah, I'll put a link to the Etsy and Rule 34. My God.
Oh goodness.
Oh my God.
Goodness.
All right.
Goodness.
I am not exaggerating when I say that I am somewhat somewhat nauseous. Latex ecstasy mask with small hole for breath control.
Oh. Okay then.
Okay, moving on. Okay, here's something wholesome. Here's a Silk Spectre from Watchmen. That's a pretty good looking costume. It's not gonna
more
look like
normal
that
than what we've been looking at.
It's not gonna look great. Okay, here you go, latex bodysuit. That's okay. That's understandable. Let's see.
Something that's actually normal. And
Oh, here's an Ava costume. Okay, yeah, that's understandable. That's a little tolerable. Bikini lizard frog latex costume. Here we go, folks.
Oh,
$700.
Oh.
Made to measure, $830.
Oh my. I don't know
Words fail me.
what to say.
Words fail me.
Oh.
Oh my God! Here's a pig.
Oh.
Here's a pig.
Oh
my God! It's got like 8 tits, 10 tits. Oh my God! What the fuck?
Oh my God! You've got to be joking. No.
Maxwell says winner.
There's no.
Yorkshireman says, fuck it, I'm ending it all with Zyklon. Darren says, if you can call this insanity fun, sorta. The rabbit hole runs deep, ladies. Oh, there's more pages. There are more pages.
Oh, is it just me, or do you want to take like a thumbtack to one of those tits just to hear like the sound when it pops?
Yeah.
What page is on? What page is on?
I just clicked over to the second page.
Ah.
Oh my God! $1,000 for a Blood Rain latex cosplay, and all there are is fucking
shit.
All there are is screenshots. There's not even a fucking picture of the costume. Oh, that's a scam waiting to happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't trust that. Oh, what is? What is?
Oh my God.
What is?
Oh my.
What is this and why?
Oh my God. Welcome to new levels of degeneracy, because it just gets worse from here. Latex unicorn lingerie set. Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny how like this is all fucking new to you two.
I don't know what to say about that.
Even Slanesh wouldn't condone this shit. Oh my God, I just wanted to see where these fucking costumes were coming from. Obviously they're coming from Etsy, and obviously it's from the Tumblr crowd. And you're spending up upwards of $500 on a rubber Pokemon costume, ladies and gentlemen. Um, I think that's all we're gonna be doing for tonight.
Yeah, I'm beyond words at this point in time.
I no,
I got nothing. I don't know.
I have
I don't know what to
subjected
say.
myself to psychological torment enough for one evening. I think I've subjected the rest of you to it. And Farty sounds like he's doing more research, quote unquote. Oh my god. All right. Well, we're gonna get on. We're gonna get the hell on out of here. Yes, past the bleach.
Yeah, that's one hell of a note to end on.
Yeah. um. Just remember, not all furries are bad people. And we'll see you later. Thanks for stopping in,